and welcome to WRPB and WRPB Studios. You know, those of you who know me for all these years that have been around know how much I love the arts. And I think one of the reasons I love them is because I really can't do them. And some of the people that I bring on are so talented. With me is Helia.
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 Think about the horse food. Helia.
Okay. Helia.
Yeah.
And you... Okay, so let's figure this out. You've been doing belly dancing?
Mm-hmm.
For how long? How long have you been in the industry?
Over 20 years.
So you started when you were like 9?
Yeah.
Maybe?
But here in Florida for 12 years on the Treasure Coast.
Okay. Why'd you get into this?
Several reasons. First, I was very young, interested in the culture of the world by the expo in Montreal, the International Expo.
Okay.
And my favorite part was the dance, so we would make our itinerary going from one dance show to the other. And of course, my favorite dance was the belly dance, so I always wanted to try it someday. And then my sister went to Tunisia to be a nurse there, and part of Tunisia is Arabic, and she came back with some music from there, and that was love.
Okay.
I still have that disc, the little disc she brought, and I still use that music in my dance.
Now, you don't just dance, you teach also?
Yeah, teaching is my vocation, actually.
Okay.
Before I was a belly dancer, I was a drama teacher.
Oh, okay.
For quite a while, and I had my own school and was big, and then it became too much of a business, and there's a lot of paper in theater. You always carry texts and paper, and I'd like something with more music, more movement, something that would keep me in shape also, which theater was partly doing, but dance is much better at that.
I don't know where the people get the energy. And for me, I built this company around theater and entertainment. I don't do any sports stuff. And I find it pretty amazing to be able to sing, dance, act, and move around the stage live. It's not like filming. But belly dancing has its own little niche that's sometimes quite different than just dancing. Okay, so is it the music that made you want to learn belly dancing, or is it the art of the belly dance that was your thing?
It's the music, but it's also the attraction for something different. As you say, it's a very special niche.
Right.
I like original stuff, you know. I'm not like everybody. I want to be different. I want to do something different. For me, it's attractive. It's attractive because it's foreign, it's exotic, it's mysterious. And being in theater, in belly dance, there's a lot of that too. We have props that we use, we play with veils, costume is a big part of it, and it's with other women. That's another thing that interested me too. I like men,
Right.
I'm married, but I like to be with girls, only with girls together, and giggle and tease each other, and we build a strong sister spirit in the belly dance group, and to me that's fabulous, and that's very helpful in my life too.
Okay, so I have to ask this question, even though it probably has nothing to do with this interview. Belly dancing takes certain muscle.
Hmm.
Is it possible for a guy to belly dance?
Yes.
Is it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We
Really?
have great internationally known belly dancers who are male.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's like something that's kind of really even out there. Because belly dancing is this little niche of itself, and the male belly dancing, it's like this little teeny thing compared to women
Yeah.
belly dancing.
But you know, in the country of origins of the dance, male belly dance as much as women. It's their disco. They go to a party. Well, most of the time they be separate. Women in one room, men in the other room.
Mhm.
But they all belly dance.
Wow.
The little boys learn it from their mother. They, as long as they are not looking at women in a certain way, they're with the women, and then they dance with them. And then when they start looking in another way, then they go with the men, and they still belly dance.
But let's face it, it's a very erotic style of dance.
Erotic, I wouldn't say sensual.
Sensual. But
And depending how it's conveyed by the woman who's dancing, it can be erotic, it can be a spiritual experience. That's very
the
different.
dress is also usually, you know, minimal.
Mm-hmm.
So that adds that bit of erotic to it. Look, if you go to a Greek restaurant, a lot of them have belly dances,
Mm-hmm.
and I gotta believe that it takes a ton of muscle control.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so where you were looking for something to keep you in shape, I'm sure that does it.
That does it, and what's wonderful about it is that we move every joint of the body, be it the neck, be it the fingers. It's not specific, it's called belly dance,
Right.
so people think it's all about the belly, but we use the arms a lot, the shoulders, the chest, so everything gets to move. So you use your segments as weight. So instead of going to the gym and lifting weight, you lift your own chest.
Okay.
And it builds really nice belly muscles. So to me, it's a complete workout that is also healthy because you express yourself in an artistic way.
I was just going to add that.
And you have the social interaction with the other women. The sensual part is natural because we are sexual beings.
Right.
I mean, if you see a woman who's enjoying her body and enjoying the music, having fun, it's going to be sensual. It's going to be maybe sexual if that's the way you think
Right.
about it. If you're a child and you see that, you won't think sex. You will think, yes, it's
Who knows
sensual, it's
nowadays?
beautiful. Well, nowadays, right.
But and the thing that interests me is, in my opinion, it's got a tight connection to. I did a lot within the Hawaiian genre, and Hawaiian dance is also very much in its own way like belly dancing. A lot of movement, okay, a lot of, and you said the words. It's about storytelling. Whereas you go out and dance, you dance. It's just about dancing. But Hawaiian music is a story. As is now, I'm learning belly dancing.
More so Hawaiian, though.
Mm-hmm.
In belly dance, the more folkloric side, because there's all kinds of belly dance. There's gothic, there's classical, there's...
Really?
Oh, yeah, and now it's an umbrella term, and it refers to many, many kinds. Some of them, the folkloric parts, are more storytelling. In general, belly dance is supposed to be the embodiment of the music. So, in general, we are dancing to what the music is inspiring us and the joy of being in mastery of our body, of being able to do those
Things.
hard things. And the art form is to make it look easy. So, women come to my class and they think like, oh yeah, an hour or two, and I'm a belly dancer. Well, it takes years of practice.
I'm sure.
Because if you want to be good at it, And then as you're good at it, you're going to make people believe that this is nothing. This is easy, what I'm doing. Anybody can do it. And that's where the art form comes from.
So now you open up the door to, you teach. You have a studio?
Mm-hmm. Well, no, I rent studios in
Okay.
Fort Pierce, Vero Beach, and Port St. Lucie.
Okay, to teach.
Yes.
I don't want to take away from it. Is there a calling for it? I mean, women are pretty amazing. I think women are pretty amazing. And I always say, because I've always been around a lot of women, and I've filmed a lot of women empowerment groups, you can put 1,000 women in a room in the same industry, and in their minds they might be going, I can do better than she can do. But outwardly, they're all there to empower one another. You put two guys in a room and there's a fight. Okay? So, and you said that sisterhood that you build, with, I guess, when a bunch of women are dancing, is that why people come to learn it? I mean, what's your clientele? Why do they come to learn belly dancing?
There are a lot of different reasons. The calling that you were mentioning, I like that word. It does that for some people, like it did for me at a very young age. I have a lot of women who comes, they are in their 60s, 70s, and they tell me, Helia, I always wanted to belly dance. I'm finally doing this. But as long as they can remember, they wanted to try this. They wanted to do this. It's kind of a mystical calling. I can't explain that. But there are people that come for fitness.
Mhm.
It's more fun than going to the gym.
I'm sure.
And very complete. Some people come to meet other women just to be within
Sisterhood.
women without men around looking at us. Some are attracted to the performances. Some wants to do shows. They like to be on a stage with costume and props and all that. So it's all kinds of different reasons, really.
What ages do you teach?
I accept women starting at the age of 13.
Okay.
If they come with their mother, then I can take them a little younger. I will give them a try and see how they behave. And then there's no upper age. My older student, who's been with me for 11 years, doesn't want me to tell her age, but I can tell you she's 7 times great grandmother.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But again, I think she's with you 11 years, in my opinion, is those are the days of the 11 years that she would have been going to the gym that she chooses she doesn't have to because she's getting all that from dancing.
And more.
And more. Oh, I was just about to say. And there is probably an emotional and a mental energy that you get from that.
Absolutely.
You know, so I so get that. Do you teach men?
In private lessons,
Mhm.
if I had enough requests to form a group, I would do a group of men, but I don't do mixed classes because
Right, I get
we
it.
explained that.
We don't want to. We want you to focus on learning how to dance, not focus on learning. Oh, look how sexy this one is or that
Yeah,
one is.
right.
Okay, so you said something interesting. That, well, I like to be around the women, but I'm married, so you want to make sure that gets out there. Does your husband dance?
He dances with me.
Does he?
Oh yeah, and he's pretty good. He's got good muscles.
Really? I'm too old for that. I can go.
No, you're not. I have ladies much older than you. You're not too old. You're
Not much older.
Never too old for belly dance.
Okay.
I'm sure my husband might be older than you.
I'm 65.
He's older than you.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have a sword in front of us, a prop.
Yep.
How is it used in what you do?
Well, the sword is used for balancing, and I brought this because my more advanced students are just about to start with that, so they're so excited. They just all got their sword this week, and they're having so much fun. So you put it on your head, and then you do all the belly dance, but with the sword balancing the air.
So a lot of us would relate it back to women used to be trained to have books on their head and walk backwards and forwards, which sounded hard enough. But now you're talking about a sword and dancing.
Yeah.
That's got to be a little harder.
It is harder. It is hard and it's very spectacular. That's probably the favorite crowd part, you know, when they see the balancing act. But for a belly dancer, this is not the toughest. The toughest part is the zills.
Okay, why?
Because this is a musical instrument.
Right.
Okay, you put it in both fingers and then you tak-a-dak, tak-a-dak, tak-a-dak with that. Now you're playing music and you're dancing at the same time. Okay, so you have to do that melody line with your zills. You have 2 on each hands, and then you have to move your body in a different rhythm, in a different way. Now that takes a lot of skills.
So is music still playing?
Sometimes
music playing,
we do our own music with the zills if
and
there's
then you have
enough
that.
dancers.
So you got to be able to separate, so you make sure that you're moving in rhythm the way you should be moving.
Yeah.
And not losing discipline. I'm going to take it that belly dancing is very much a discipline sport.
It is, absolutely.
I use the word sport because you could go to the club and dance, but you're just doing anything. Okay, belly dancing is not doing anything. Belly dancing is an art and a discipline, I would think.
Yeah.
Okay, so knowing that you do all that for you, do you do other stuff to keep yourself in shape, meaning like yoga and stuff like that?
Well, I'm an outdoorsy person. I like to go hiking. I bike a lot too. You know, fresh air is very important for me.
And sun.
But that's it, yeah. That's it. I used to swim more. I don't swim much anymore, but I don't really need it. Belly dance, I do 10 hours a week. I have
Okay.
10 different classes. So that would be enough to keep me in shape.
Yeah, I would think so.
But I like to go outside. I like to be in nature.
Okay, so if somebody... Okay, we live in Florida, and a lot of people have been in car accidents and have back injuries and leg injuries. Can you still belly dance? Is there like, and I hate to say it, belly dancing light, which is easier for somebody who can't just do all those movements?
Yes. The good part is that in any belly dance classes where you go, the number of students is small. There are no big groups like in Zumba or other classes. So the teacher, if she's well educated, can teach you personally how to do the moves with your injuries. And with time, your injuries will go away. We heal stuff with belly dancing. It is a very ancient way and a holistic science to heal a person, actually.
Wow.
But you can't go to just any belly dance teacher. A lot of them will not even tell you need to bend your knees when you dance, or you know, keep your back straight and things like that. But if you come to my class, I will heal your back in a couple of years if you practice regularly.
Okay, well, since you go to your class, how do we find you? You have a phone number?
772-460-7971.
And a website?
movingharmonies.com. On movingharmonies.com, you also find information for my band, because I also play music with my husband.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
What kind of music?
We play folk songs mostly. I play the little harp, and he plays the big stand-up right bass.
Wow. Everybody, I'm going to say this. I've said it a million times. You've all heard me say it. Always, always use a professional. If you go to YouTube to learn to belly dance, don't come to me and say, oh, I hurt my back, or I can't do it. There's more to it, in my opinion, when you're around a group of people, especially a group of people that are similar, that aren't judging you.
Right.
Which is really important, and which really makes sense to keep the guys and the girls separate. And that goes both ways, okay? I don't want you to think it just goes one way. It goes both ways. I've been around a lot of women. They're just as bad as men. Just saying. But always use a professional. It really will make... First of all, you'll save 5 times the money, and you'll save 10 times the aggravation.
Oh, yeah.
You have a phone number again?
772-460-7971.
And the name of the company?
Helia's Belly Dance.
Everybody, check them out, and we'll be right back. Thank you so much.
Was a pleasure.